Hi there, I'm Lyndon Thorpe. Welcome to Mindful Moments Touch Your Heart Every Day. And I'm here on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on LinkedIn Live to lay down a foundation of mindfulness to sustain your busy life. I'm here to guide you to do that, so welcome. If you're here for the first time, very big welcome. You're making a great investment of your time and energy. Balance is what we all need as things accelerate in the digital and AI world. And if you're here again, thank you so much for staying with me. I hope your foundation of mindfulness is beautiful. Okay, so this week's theme then is hearing. As we move into a mindful zone in a moment, I'd like you to somewhere in your being consider that because we are living such digital lives, because we're addicted to screens and devices and headphones, and principally headphones are to blame, we and our children are losing the proficiency of being able to interpret sound and make meaning from it. Several of my colleagues in education are discovering that many children in education are showing signs of being deaf. But when they're tested, medically tested, then they're fine. There's nothing wrong with their hearing. So what's happening is that through devices and digital life and headphones, we, and young children especially, are failing to process sound and make meaning from it. And that's what happens when we develop as children. The first thing we do is learn to process sound and make meaning from it. I speak as a music therapist and as a great advocate of sound. It's only later that we begin to add the symbols of words and learn to read and phonemes and phonics and so on. But first of all, sound is so important because sound is abstract. I'm sorry, no, I don't mean that. Sound is concrete and words are abstract. So the child, the young developing child, really latches on to sound as a concrete thing it can process. Later, it learns to dice with the abstract symbols of words. They're symbols, they're abstract. Every single human being would interpret them differently. So please, as we go into our mindful moment today, please bear in mind that you need respite from screens and you need to just be in pure sound. If it's natural sound, that's wonderful. Walking in the wind or listening to a river flowing, the ocean. And if you can't do that, then listen to some beautiful music. It's really important that we relate to sound, just sound. Meaning must be secondary. And these children are not able to process sound. So their teachers are talking to them and they're showing no response, as if they're deaf. This really shocks me, but I could predict it. And I know we have to change things. The best way to make sure that this doesn't happen to you or your children is to make sure you put aside at least 30 minutes a day for mindful practice. Okay, so please bear that in mind. Reflect on it as we go into our mindful practice. So, just a couple of things if you're new. It's really important to try to sit with your spine vertical, crown of your head going up, base of your spine down into your chair, or if you're standing, which is great, down through the soles of your feet. And so we have this wonderful stretch between the upward and the downward. And of course, going down is helped by gravity, the gravitational force, and our human spirit creates the up. Yeah, that's why the spirit is so important, and balancing the spirit and the body and the unlimited mind are crucial to our well-being. The second thing is, as we go into this practice, you may be tempted to generate words or even images as I speak. You don't need to do that. I will take care of all that. This is non-doing. You have nothing to do. Just follow my voice. And that's it. This is complete rest from doing. Okay? So let's get started. When you detect the vibration of my bell, please allow your eyelids to fall, but don't close your eyes entirely because you may get sleepy. That's not so good. You need to be aware to really be mindful. Here we go. Wonderful. So just allow yourself to make the transition from the busy visual world and the intellectual mind, teeming with concepts and competition and all sorts of extraordinary skills, and leave those behind, ready to use again when you need them. Come down into your inner core. And as you descend, remember that you are unique, utterly unique. Your DNA is unique. Even identical twins have different DNA. So come down into your unique core. And as you come down, there are two things you may notice. First of all is your breath. Our breath is remarkable, but we're not conscious of it so often, perhaps, unless we teach sports or are actors or singers, athletes. And so it's really important during these practices to consciously breathe. So just really enjoy breathing with your breath. Don't change anything. This is non-doing. Remember, you have nothing to do. So just breathe with your breath. The oxygen arrives. The lungs process it and eliminate the harmful parts. It's a very simple process. And during the course of the next 20 minutes, your breath will change its rhythm. It will deepen, broaden, and will give you extraordinarily good feelings. So just allow that breath and enjoy it. Go with it. The second thing is your tendency to generate words and even images as I speak. Yeah, you don't need to do that. So just stay with my voice and let's move into the practice. Stage 1, 3 stages. Stage 1, gather together all the energy of your mind into a laser beam, bright, hot, focused, all of your energy. Nothing to distract you here in your inner core. Stillness, silence. So, gather it all together and in a moment slide smoothly your laser beam outside your immediate environment. Outside your walls and ceilings, your roof. If you're in a vehicle, outside the vehicle, and if you're outdoors already, as far afield as you can. And please start to scan the outer environment meticulously, centimeter by centimeter, detecting vibrations. And when you encounter a vibration, no matter how far away, how small, how large, pause, accept, and move on. We don't need labels. We don't need to guess. Here in the inner core, we don't need symbols. Words and images are symbols. We can get right to the nitty-gritty. And as you detect, as you scan your outer environment, please use your whole body from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Every skin pore, every hair follicle, just like a tiger hunting in a jungle. Every tiny vibration represents either the next meal or a threat. And so hunting cats are completely aware, 120% aware. Their whole bodies, their whole being is aware. And scan above, below, to the left, to the right, in front, and behind. Wonderful. Okay, let's move to stage 2. Please gently and smoothly slide your laser beam, extremely unique, bright, hot beam, inside your immediate environment, inside walls and windows, beneath ceilings and roof, if you're in a vehicle, inside the vehicle, and if you're outdoors, up to a 30-meter radius around you. and begin to scan again. Methodically. Above, below, to the left, to the right, in front and behind. Let no darkness or vibration pass you by. Scour the upper corners of your space, the lower corners of your space, beneath your furniture or seat. Scan thoroughly. And when you encounter a vibration, no matter how large, how small, how near, how far, pause, accept unconditionally, and move on. Continue to scan. And as you do so, remember that in the background, your breath is constantly there for you. We take it for granted, but every 4 hours, as adults, we breathe between 20 and 24,000 times every 24 hours. It's remarkable. And it doesn't need any doing. Your breath will breathe itself. It's non-doing. Unless you've been unfortunate enough to have an illness or an accident, it's non-doing. You can just enjoy it. And at this moment, as you scan your inner environment thoroughly, detecting vibrations like a tiger in a jungle, from head to toe, allow gratitude to well up in your heart. Because without breath, without oxygen from planet Earth, which is the only planet we know of that provides breathable gas, and without your remarkable body, and especially your lungs, you wouldn't exist. Yeah, we cannot exist without planet Earth. We may disregard it, but right now in this practice, it's a wonderful thing to allow gratitude to well up inside you. Gratitude is the basis of all happiness and success. If you are grateful for everything that you already have, then everything else is a bonus. Wonderful. Let's move on to stage 3. Slide the laser beam of your mind inside your body, right down to the tips of your toes, and start to scan meticulously along the tops of your feet, along the soles of your feet, the heels, up into the ankle joints. Make space in the joints with the heat and light of your unique laser mind. Then start to scan up the lower leg, little by little, until you reach the calf muscles, which are often hard from the bombardment of gravity or poor posture or tiredness. So take the heat and light of your mind inside those muscles, soften them, warm them. Then slide your laser up into your knee joints, make space, soften the cartilages, allow for a greater range of movement. And then we come to the thighs, the longest bone and muscle in most adults. So start to scan either upward if you're standing or along if you're sitting your thigh meticulously, leaving no dark place unilluminated and leaving no vibration undetected. Bones and blood and muscles all give off vibrations. So detect them carefully from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Whole body listening. Going along or up the thigh, eventually you encounter the torso, and at the base of the torso is the base chakra. This is the most important center of energy in your whole body. It's related to the planet, and it's the center of birth for women, of procreation for men, and of elimination for all human beings. Without elimination, we would die. So, scan up past your base chakra. Nearby, you'll find the coccyx, 3 to 5 tiny bones, which are the remnant of a tail when you were a different kind of mammal. And then soon you'll find the chunky bones of the lumbar spine. Big bones separated by discs, bone, disc, bone, disc. Take the heat and light of your mind into those discs, soften them so that they cushion your vertebra and protect your spinal cord, which runs all the way down your spine. Bone, disc moving up the back of the body, bone, disc. As we move up, the bones get smaller and their discs. Up behind the intestines, bone, disc, up behind the solar plexus, the center of gravity of the body, bone, disc. Up behind the diaphragm, the breathing muscle of the body, bone, disc, and eventually you encounter the rib cage, and inside the rib cage, all your vital organs. The heart is the most magnificent. It emanates electromagnetic waves 60 times stronger than the brain. Your heart is your true brain. Scan up behind your heart, bone, disc, bringing the heat and light of your laser mind into your spinal column. Keep going up, bone, disc, and right at the top part of your rib cage, you'll find your lungs, top third, flickering away 24/7 to filter oxygen so you can live and thrive. Climb up behind your lungs, bone, disc, and reach your hand up to the notch on the back of your neck. And from here on up, the spine bones are much finer, the disc smaller, bone, disc, and eventually the spine disappears right up inside the skull. And right at the top of your spine is the atlas joint, and this is where the skull balances on the top joint and is capable of 10,000 different orientations, head orientation, facial expressions, which makes us master communicators. So there you have it. You're at the top of your spine, above the heavens, below you the earth, and with the power of your laser mind, you have lengthened your spine by at least 1 centimeter. No doing, no stretching, only using that power. And when you detect the vibration of my bell, allow your eyelids to float open and gaze ahead. Wonderful. So there you have it, the glorious length of you, your skull poised on top of your spine, your feet or your sitting bones going down into your seat or the floor or earth. And this is the best way possible to look out into the visual field. If you stay back in your spine, your breath has deepened, conscious breathing has benefited you in so many ways, and your whole body is aware through whole body listening. This is how to live in a balanced way. Thank you so much for joining me. Leave me a comment and let me know how you feel. See you again tomorrow. Bye for now.